You ready?
I'm ready when you
Go
are.
for it.
Go for it.
It's usually introducing me, but anyway, here we are. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a while.
When did we talk about this? June?
Was June?
Was the
It was the 15th of June, I think. Was it the 15th of June?
street vintage day?
Something's telling me it was the 15th of June. I do a lot of shows, but I think the 15th of June was the one where you and I met.
Yeah, it was street,
Yeah.
and we talked about it. And
Yeah.
well, everyone knows who you are. You're the Tyre Warrior.
Aye, that's me.
Who is the Tyre Warrior?
Sure, we start at the beginning. Well, first of all, my name is Ciaran McCormack. I've been at tyres all my life. Now, I don't just do tyres. I do lots of different stuff. The tyre videos are the thing that took off, and that's where the brand came from, and that's what you see online. I could be doing anything, like farming, machines, mechanics, welding. Like in the last 15 years, I've had 50 different professions. But then again, I was traveling around the world, backpacking, working abroad, and I've done everything apart from bartending.
Normally, that's where a student would start.
Yeah, I know. Well, I kind of made a conscious decision not to be a barman because I like to be the other side of the bar. You know,
Fair.
I didn't want to ruin it for myself.
Going back to your childhood, what was your childhood? Were you reared on a farm?
No, we were reared. My father had an engineering company, so we kind of grew up welding, angle grinding, fabrications, basically building stuff.
So you had to grow for working with your hands.
Oh, since we were toddlers, yeah, since we were little children. I have a bunch of brothers, and every single one of us did our time in the workshop. So
By choice?
Do you have a choice when you're 7? No, but I'll tell you one thing he made it. He said, one time he says, I've got 6 sons, and he says, I have to turn them into men. And he says, come hell or high water, that's what I'm going to do. And looking back, I think he did a good job.
All
the
6
boys,
years.
all 6 of us, were all big, strong, hardy lads. Not afraid of a day's work.
Are you older or younger?
I'm the lucky one. I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I've got 3 older brothers, 2 younger brothers.
Right, okay.
So I'm somewhere in the middle anyway. Got lost a few times.
Did you finish school?
I did a course, yeah.
Full way, leaving cert and all?
Leaving cert, yeah. College, the whole lot, yeah.
What did you study in college?
You're never going to guess.
Probably not, no. Dentist.
No, it was film directing.
Right.
I did 4 years in 3 different colleges, and I did everything from performance, communications, production management, film directing, script writing, even studying old scripture, like not scripture, I won't say scripture, but like old playwrights and stuff like that. So yeah, so I kind of have a unique perspective of the whole TikTok world, if that makes sense.
You were a step ahead.
Yeah, I never got my HND, but I won't name what college, but I was in college, and I did. I was about a week away from the final exams, and I was in a major car crash, and I couldn't actually do the exam. So the coordinators told me to come back in 6 months when I got better or whatever, and I could do the exam. I just never went back. I only went to college for the fun of it. I only went for the joys, something to do after school. So I never really cared about the paperwork at the end of it. So, yeah.
So did you ever work in that industry?
No, not really. I mean, I did dabble in it. When I was in college, I worked in... I did work in Ardmore Studios, and I worked in... what's the other one? There's a bunch of studios in Dublin. I used to work in them, but I was only a low-down kind of guy. I did a lot of extra work as well when I was up there in some
Like
TV shows
actors?
and stuff. Yeah. There was a few...
Were you the lad in the shop in Fair City?
You wouldn't have reckoned it. I didn't have a beard back then. I worked on some actually big budget yokes as well when I was up there, but I was a low down guy. It was just for like while I was in college doing film directing,
Yeah.
I kind of injected myself into that industry to see how it all worked, and I came out the other end thinking I definitely don't want to do this. It's
Right.
the whole that world is not for me. Not there.
It's not hands-on.
It's not. No, it's not. It's. Dare I say it is so fake. Like it's so fake. I couldn't. And I'm a working guy. And when I finished college, I was literally on the next boat off this island. I spent the next 10 years traveling, went all over the world. And when I came back, I just wanted to go again. You know.
What age are you?
I am 37.
Same as myself.
Yeah.
So when you left college, you would have been 20, 21.
Would have been, what was I? Would have been 21, I think. Yeah, 21, because that's when I first left. Yeah.
And you went travelling.
Went travelling.
Where did the tyres start?
Well, the tyres again started when I was a child. Like we had the workshops or whatever. We had we were doing fabrication and engineering. My father also had a plant hire company.
Right, okay.
And in the mix of all that, he started. Well, we as youngsters, we were young. My older brothers would have been teenagers at the time. We started a tyre shop, and I would have been only 7. And I was out there doing the very same as any man.
He didn't have enough hardship in the plant hire and engineer, and he needed tyres as
Well,
well.
he needed to keep us busy. He had to rear 6 sons. He needed to wear
No
us
easy
out.
feat 30 years ago.
No easy feat. But you know what? Judging by today's standards, it might have been easier. You know, there's certain things you could do back then you can't do now. But that's when we started. And over the years, it's very hard to get away from what you know. Yeah. And over the years, we all kind of took our own bits of the business. Most of my brothers went travelling, if not all of them. All of them did, but some of them are still gone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the tyre game just kind of never left us because we kind of got a name for it. And some good, some bad. That's every business. But over time, when I'd come back to Ireland for small incursions, I'd be working with tyres. And I'd be working with tyres abroad, like in Australia, Canada, America. And when I come back here, it's just a handy way of kind of getting back into the mix of things. And I enjoy it. I enjoy working with my hands. And I said I could be working on farms, I could be milking, I could be dosing, I could be herding, I could be working on cars, I could be doing anything. But when you go back to the tyres, start making videos, the tyre videos just went crazy. Just went nuts. Nuts.
Would you have had a TikTok that you were posting random stuff on?
No, I never had any social media, really.
So did you start TikToks, and what was your first? It was your first video on TikTok, changing a tyre.
Myself and my younger brother started a tyre business, and we literally this was just when TikTok was getting started, and we started the TikToks to promote our own little business.
Yeah.
And the first video we put up, I'll never forget, I got 84,000 views.
On the first video?
First one. And we were like, what just happened? What happened? Like, that's mind-blowing. And we're like, this might work, like. You know, people are seeing it. And then we did another one, and it, again, another hundreds of thousands of views. And it went for months. We never got a video under 100,000 views. And we're like, what is going on here? Now, that said, 2 young, hard-working lads out working with machines, man versus machine. I don't know what it was, but there was something to it. And then we finished the business, left the business, and we ended up going travelling abroad again, 2 of us. And there was so many messages. Where are you gone? Where's the Tyre Warriors? What are you doing? And then when I came back after another couple of years, we went back into the tyres again. And next it was like almost a celebration. The Tyre Warriors back. Literally the messages coming in. I was like, this is nuts. So we stayed at and we built up another business or whatever, and now we're doing really well. And the next thing was a bunch of people that we never thought would interact with us were starting to interact with us, because suddenly now we're at a point where we're being recognised, and you can't go for a pint of Guinness, but somebody's over your shoulder looking for a photograph, which is great, by the way.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Have you ever been somewhere where you just want to? I don't want to be the Tyre Warrior today.
I have those.
I want to be Ciaran.
I have those places. Anyway, it's like the old saying. You know, you go home. You're no longer Dr. Esquire Tomas.
Yeah.
You're just Tom.
Yeah.
When I go home, I'm just Ciaran. The Tyre Warrior doesn't even come into it. And I have my own little haunts that I do frequent, where I have my own mates, an old man pub that I drink in, where there's all these old lads, and you know, it's just that's, you know, when I go to towns or when I go to big cities or stuff like that for whatever reason, whether I'm filming or whether I'm doing big jobs, yeah, it's pandemonium. And I'm thinking, this is not the scene. This is not how a random tyre fitter from nowhere is treated. This is crazy. This is how, like, famous people are treated. You know, I don't mind it. It's great. I think it's great. And when you go home and you go into your local, the outlets just want to know how was your day. You know, how was your pint. It's great.
They probably don't know.
No, they know. They know. Because I fit all their tires for them. I'm still a tire fitter.
Yeah.
I still get up at 5 a.m. and go out and fit tractor tires and fix punctures. I get covered in cow shit. I still do that. That's my day to day.
Have you ever been questioned or stopped from recording a video on a site?
Not really. I'll tell you why. Because I don't do it unless I let them know that I am doing it.
Yeah.
Like I'd never just sneak up a camera and hope nobody sees it. So I've gone and done like really like awesome jobs that I hoped that I could record and show people how it's done, but I couldn't do it because of certain sites don't allow cameras, or certain people wouldn't want you filming just in case there's something in the background, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't jeopardize somebody else's integrity anyway. But 99% of farmers that I go out to, they'd be delighted to see the camera go up. They'd even give it a wave, you know. That's how you like. They're great. Like they understand what's going on, and they love that somebody might have the enthusiasm to actually do something like that, which I think is endearing to myself. I think it's great, and these outlets are great crack. And the one thing I always love doing is like I'd be fitting a tractor tire, and it takes 40 odd minutes to do a job. The old farmer would be floating around or whatever, and he'd be chatting to you and he'd be talking about the most random stuff. And I'm waiting for a split second of silence so I can whack the tire with the sledgehammer. And I don't have that, you know, some like all these words chopped into it at the end where it's like Sometimes lads just talk too much, I just can't. And you'll see that in some of the videos. But I love sometimes watching the video back in its entirety when I'm editing it, because we do talk some load of muck, and it does be hilarious listening to outlets. Because from 40 minutes, a 40-minute conversation with an old Irish farmer could be anything from politics to pubs to girls to cars to travelling to Donald Trump. It could be anything, and it's just so funny.
But the sad reality of that 40-minute conversation with that farmer, to you or me, that's just another loud lad talking shite. That could be after making his day.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're probably right. A lot of farmers probably don't have people to just go and chat to. Like, to me, it's just another interaction. I do it 10 times a day. But I see where you're going. You might be onto something there.
You know, like
I might be the only person to see for a month or a week. You know.
Oh, well, people our age will lift the phone. Well, what's the crack? Just no reason. Just talk shit. Especially when you're driving. Like I'm a lorry driver. Used to be a lorry driver. One end of the day to the other, you'll be on the phone.
Aye.
Whereas the older generation, they only ring when they want something, when they're looking for something. Do you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, and then they hang up as soon as they get what they want. So,
Yeah. Different.
Maybe. I'm not actually sure.
Different. Do you feel obligated that you have to post videos daily, weekly?
Not at all, no. Not at all. Some days I'll post 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I won't post for 3 or 4 days. It doesn't rule me, but I am conscious of the fact now that I'm pretty prevalent on multiple platforms. So like I can't have favorites. So like I might post on Instagram 2 or 3 videos in a row and forget TikTok, and then I'll do TikTok 3 or 4, and then I'll do Facebook or YouTube or Threads. Threads is another big one coming up, by the way. I sort of blew up on Threads, and I wasn't expecting that at all. Like I went from 0 to like 27,000 in a week followers on Threads. I was like, what happened there? I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
You don't post the same video on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram at the same time, would you?
Not at the same time, but I do stagger them.
Yeah.
Only because you have some people that will follow you on both. Mm-hmm. But if obviously 90% of them probably don't, they're probably 2 completely separate audiences. So I would stagger them rather than put one up on Instagram today and boom, 5 minutes later put up on Snapchat or TikTok or Instagram. I'll put one here today and I'll put that video up on Snapchat maybe 2 weeks later, and I'll stagger them across the platforms. That way, if somebody is a dedicated follower, they're not looking at you here and then go to Snapchat, boom, go to TikTok, boom, Facebook, boom. I try to stagger them, but some of the platforms actually jump them themselves. Like say Facebook and Instagram and are the same company. So if you post something on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook.
Yeah.
Can't really help that. And it doesn't really matter because 90% of my Facebook following is Australian. You know, like you can see in your data who from where is following you when. And like I'd have a huge American following, a big Irish following too. Like when you come down with the measurement and the percentages, I'd have a pretty big Irish following, which is understandable. Big following in the UK, big following in like Singapore and Indonesia. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it obviously happened. Because I use a sort of a trick. And this is a trick that your followers, any of your followers that are into content creation, this will help them boost, right? So this is a trick. Which one do I look at here? This one?
This one.
This is a trick for you guys if you want to boost your following really quickly. Don't speak and don't write anything. No captions, no hashtags. Don't say hello, say nothing. Because all these algorithms are based on geolocation. So if you say something, it picks up your speaking in English. And it'll only put your video out in English-speaking countries. And if you write a hashtag, like hashtag World Cup, it knows it's English. So it'll only send it to, say, America, UK, Australia, South Africa, English-speaking countries. But if you want to reach a wider audience, don't use language. Use a different art form. Use the way you move. Like if you're doing dancing videos, don't write anything. You don't need to write anything on a dancing video. If you're doing a cooking video, you don't need to write anything on a cooking video. You're cooking something. Wow enough. Now people from Spain and France and Germany, they can all see your cooking video and they don't hear you going blah, 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 blah. They know what you're doing and they can like it and interact with it. So you can go global like that. Yeah, I have a video sat there. Most of my videos, I don't speak. I'll speak when I'm introducing something or when I'm doing the Irish Garage Tour or something like that. Obviously, I have to speak. But for like satisfying to watch videos, you don't need to speak. You don't need to write anything. Let the algorithm do its thing. You will get hundreds of thousands of views, and you will sit there going, "Ooh, there's a good trick." You're welcome.
Have you sussed the TikTok algorithm? Because I sure as hell haven't.
I have. It changes all the time, but
what works for me, what I feel is working, I post 3 good videos. I'll post 3 videos, and they'll do well. See my 4th one, 2,000-3,000 views. That's it.
There's something you're doing wrong. Like so obviously I said I did film directing and production management in college. Right, I did it for fun, but I still have all the knowledge. There's a sort of a 4-second rule, and you'll actually
hook.
No, not even a hook. The hook is great, but I don't think it's about the hook. Like you're somebody that's into cooking is not going to be hooked by a tractor doing something. Somebody that's into like I said, singing or dancing is not going to be hooked by somebody catching a fish. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. It's the attention span. So we have a very, very low attention span. That's not to say people are by any means stupid or anything. We prioritize what we put in our heads. So if we don't see value in the first 4 seconds, now, I know you call that a hook. That's not a hook. It's value. Value is different to a hook. A hook is something that plays on your emotions. If for the first 4 seconds, just show them what you're doing. If they're interested, they're interested. But then you got to move it. After 5-6 seconds and you're showing the same thing, they're going, boring. FOMO, fear of missing out. What they're doing is they're watching this, what you're creating. If it's not catching them, they're going, the next video might be better. You're gone. So if you're shooting a video and you're editing, you got to go quick. You got to shift the camera angles quick. And that's the way we have been programmed for the last, I'm going to say 15, 20 years. You look at any TV show, any commercial on television, like an ad on TV, everything, there's never just one shot all the time. It's snap. change of
Fast
angle,
moving.
change of angle, change of angle, change of angle, change of angle, change of. It's always changing, and normally it changes between every 2 and 3 seconds. And if you can do that, if you can change your snap for every 3 seconds, the brain hasn't got time. It hasn't got time to know what's actually happening. So whoa, what's happening? What's happening? And that's what's catching them. So you might be doing that unknown to yourself in some of your videos, and in other videos, like I know you do a lot of drone footage. There's only so long somebody is going to watch a drone flying over the roof of a tractor, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100% agree.
But if you go around the front of the bonnet of the tractor, boom, and then now you're this side of the tractor, now you're over the tractor, now you're over the implement, now you're over the ground, now you're under the tractor. People are going, whoa, this is really good. You know, they don't realise they're still hooked in it. It's the very same as them just skipping it. So there's a lot to be said. Like there's a lot of little things, the sounds that you're using, the lighting, the way you interact with an object. Like for me, for example, the way I'd interact with an object, it's very important.
Well, I've noticed that the way you pick up a bow, you throw it up and catch it.
Yeah, there's lots of little things that I do, and
the clunking and the clicking and the clacking.
Those things I've learned over the years of editing. You do something, and next thing you'd see 500 comments saying, "Wow, how do you do that? How do you do that?" And you go, "Okay, I'll put that in my next video too." And then you'll do something else by accident, and then you'll have comments on it saying, "Oh, how did you do that?" Now you put those 2 things into your next video, and now you've got 1,000 people saying, "What the?" So it's very it's interesting. You build up your little repertoire of things you do. You know,
you're creating your brand. You're creating your style.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
It is, and that's what it is. It's a brand.
Yeah,
it's essentially a brand.
Yeah, because I'd say that's like, I probably should be pushing what I'm doing more. I'm not. This is something that was just a notion that started, and
that's how it all starts.
You know, and like you go through my TikTok, it could be a tractor pulling today. It could be like you go through my recent videos. I think the last video I put up was someone sandblasting.
Right, hold on a second. But you're not a tractor man. You're not a tire man. You're not a sandblasting man.
No.
You're a cameraman. You're a drone. You're a drone photography man.
Yeah.
So you got to be consistent in what you do. So you have to focus in on the thing that's a common thread in all of the things you do, which is your camera work or your drone work. There's no point trying to sell yourself as a sandblaster man and then a tractor man, because those are 2 completely separate audiences.
Yeah.
And the guy that's into tractors is going to go, I don't really want to watch sandblasting.
He was sandblasting a slurry tank.
Okay, this is maybe different. You're into farming.
Yeah, I did it.
But like you see lots of people online and they put out great content, but they're all over the place. Like there's lots of people online who will, like I said, do a cooking video today, and then they'll do a shopping video tomorrow, and then they'll do a dancing video the next day. And you know, somebody watched a video, like a cool video of maybe somebody cooking or something that they're fancy, and then they go, oh, let's go in and see what they do. And it's just gibberish the whole way to the end. Like, no point following them.
Yeah.
They did one video that I like that video, but I'm not going to spend the rest of my life looking at what she's going to do tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas, take me, for example, like Tyre Man, right? Tires. You look at my page, it's all tires. Tires. So people who are into the tire industry, or in even the automotive industry or the farming industry, or anything that's linked to that, they know that no matter what else I do, it's always going to be related to that topic.
Yeah.
So they can rely on me to create tire content. So that's why they follow me. That's why they follow anybody in niche in a niche space.
Where did the name Tyre Warrior come from?
It was bestowed upon me. I didn't choose Tyre Warrior.
It works.
Yeah, when the page was originally created, it was called The Return.
The what?
The Return. The Return.
Return.
The Return, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was sort of like the revival. It was like, we're coming back. You know, the boys, we're coming back to the tires. So I was like, what do we call the page? Don't know. Let's just call it The Return for now. We'll figure it out. And then everybody just started calling me the Tyre Warrior. Like, I didn't choose the name. Literally all the comments were like, this guy's... It used to compare me to all these, like, Greek, or not Greek, like Norse mythological warriors.
Well, I said that to you the first time I met you. Was like, you're very Nordic looking.
Yeah.
The long hair, the beard.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Do you have to wash that every day?
Huh?
Do you have to wash that every day?
Oh, don't ask me that question. The girls will get sick when they hear the answer. Do I wash it every day? No. I know. I better not tell you. I'll tell you one thing though. when I'd be out or whatever, and I'd be like that, when I'd be down like that, I literally can't sit down for a pint, but some girl wants to come up and plait it or something, which is fine. Don't mind it. Like, I mean, it's great. Girls want to plait your hair, French braids and all. They do all this intricate stuff, and I'm just sat there, getting my head pulled, trying to drink a pint of Guinness. Sure, as soon as they walk away, I'd pull the band out and let fall again. Sure, I can't be going on with a bun or a plait or a fucking whatever you call these things to do. And they all say the same thing. How is it so nice or smooth or whatever? I'm like, you want to know the trick? It's like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. I mean, I know girls that they wash it once a day, they fucking blow dry, hair straighteners, all this stuff, and then chemicals, and I literally do nothing with it. I put it in a ball, and that's it for a week. Honest to God, that's it for a week. And if I do it in a week, it's lucky, I know, and it's even worse than that sometimes. Anyway,
going back to social media, I know from speaking to you before, you have a lot of good things to say about social media and how it has influenced you. But before we go on to the good, have you any bad bits about social media? Has it affected you negatively?
Nah, I don't let it. I know what you're going to get to. Like, there's a lot of mean stuff on the internet.
Well,
yeah,
you're not putting up content that.
It's not controversial for one.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'd find some prick would have something bad to say about it.
All the time.
You're doing that wrong.
All the time.
I actually noticed was on one of the videos where you put the plastic silage wrap round outside. There was some lad commenting you were doing it wrong.
That video, I think the one I think you're talking about, like, I do that
it was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I do that quite often, so I don't know which video, but I know, like, those videos get millions of views. Like, there's one of those videos I put up that got something like 50 million views, putting the silage wrap round. And yeah, but that's a controversial thing because people don't know why I'm doing that. And then they go into the comments and I love the debates in the comments because most guys know, like, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, people who don't know have no idea and they're like, what's going on? And then all these other guys comment back, and then you have a full-blown thread in the comments, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant to read them all.
That's boosting your views as well.
Yeah, it's boosting the views, and it's great because that's a really, really good idea that nobody ever does, and I'm after bringing that. I brought that to the world, and now there's lads all over the world using that exact technique, and they're loving it. And it's a cheat code. That's exactly what it is. It's a cheat code. Because before I would have showed that, there was a few other techniques that were a waste of time, and now lads are using my technique, and they're loving it. They're loving it. It's saving them thousands and thousands of euros and dollars and yen. Wherever they are in the world, is saving them thousands of dollars. Like, if before they would have found this out, the only way to fix that problem would have been to buy a new rim. And who's going to buy a brand new rim for a 1968 tractor that's moving shit across the yard? It's not worth it. So the tractor now is going to go to waste because no one's going to do that. Anyways, I've done that on several videos, and every time, literally hundreds of millions of people watch those videos. Like that particular technique that I use, and every single time the comment section goes absolutely crazy. But your question was the negatives, bullies and stuff like that. Water off a duck's back. Seriously, water off a duck's back. If I see negative comments or bullyish comments or anything, I just go, forget about it.
Do you engage with them?
Never engage with them. So if it's a funny one, I will, because I like funny comments.
Would you delete them?
No, leave them there. I'll never delete a comment.
One thing I noticed there when we done the women in haulage, I had to filter the comments. Some of the comments from grown men.
I have a theory that men never grow up. We just get bigger. I know what you're saying.
I know
some people can be brutal, and like I said, read my comments. Some of them are scathing. If you were a weaker man, it would bring you to tears. What some people say, you have to just let that go. You cannot let that in.
Were you always that mentally strong, or is that something you've trained yourself to be?
I was always like that. Let me think. That's a kind of a question I want to go back the last 25 years to see. I never let anything get to me. Did I ever? I never let anything get to me. I grew up with 5 brothers.
Yeah, you probably kicked the shite of each other all the time, but there had to be times.
I was normally the one that got the shit kicked out of me.
But
my brothers are huge.
There had to have been times where you remember that was like, fuck. How?
No, I couldn't. Honest to God, no. No, I don't even know why I'm thinking. There isn't. I don't let it. I've read comments that were really mean, but I just water over duck's back. I'm like, oh, there's an ego. I don't even think about it. But I do take in the good comments. Like there's a lot of old dudes around the world who give me like tons of advice. I love that.
Right.
Like dudes from like Texas and northern Canada and from Germany and everything. They give me so much like advice when I'm doing the job to say, oh, if you did it this way, or if you use the bar that way, or if you use this particular tool for that. And I try it out. I'm like, how did I never know this? How did I never know this?
Advice that you have used.
I always, when I get a good piece of advice that I would never have thought of before, I will always test it out just to see. Oh yeah, big time. And that's what I love about it. And you get a lot of like wonder and awe. Like a lot of people who like, how often do people actually physically get to stand and watch a man change a massive agricultural tire or never? People never get to see that, ever. The only person who ever gets to see an actual tractor tire being changed is the man purchasing it. Nobody else ever gets to see that. So to see a little man like me grab a 350-pound tire and knock it around like it's a rag doll and throw it up on a tractor and do what I do, that's amazing to them. Like bodybuilders write into me going, oh, that's amazing. You know what I mean? And you're just like, I'm small. I'm not a huge guy. And these other guys are gigantic animals, yokes, and they can only lift that if it's on bars. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's a lot of questions. How did you do this? How did you do that? And I'm happy to answer. I reply to a lot of comments. I just don't engage with the negative ones at all. If it's negative, and I will like comments, and I will repost comments, and I'll do video replies. Anything negative, I just don't interact with it. Like I do a lot of videos with girls doing tractor tires. I don't know if you ever come across some of them.
Yeah.
And the comments are brilliant. But like I said, you gotta have a sort of a thick skin anyway. Dealing with people, because people say things about me when I'm doing my job, and again, I just goes over me. But when I'm doing a job with, say, a girl, say mid-20s or whatever, they might have a different view of the world than I have, and when men say mean things to them in the comments, maybe they take it to heart. I just say, don't even read the comments. But they always do.
If you're putting yourself out on social media, you have to be thick-skinned.
You do, big time.
You have to be prepared to take the good comments with the bad comments. Because the chances are it'll be more bad than good. Because we live in a world that people would rather put you down than raise you up.
I'll disagree with you only because of my experience is different. I don't fully understand I don't read everybody's comments, but mine is overwhelmingly positive. Or like 98% of the comment section in mine is good, is positive in a way. They're either inquisitive or they're wowed by it or they have great advice. Very few people would say mean things.
Is it because your content isn't controversial?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think mean people are just mean anyway.
We done a video here a couple of months, this time last year, actually around the time of the general election. And a man sat there, Christopher Duffy. I don't know if you ever heard tell of him.
I know of him, yeah.
Everyone knows Duffy. But like myself, he's a big man. But there was obviously someone in the comments, like, all he wanted to do was comment on his weight.
Yeah. The
video was about politics.
Dude, I get the man bun thing all the time. Right, man bun. Oh, if he didn't have a man bun, he'd this, that. Again, water off a duck's back. Why would you bother yourself wasting brain space thinking about this? Don't get it out of your head. You've this thing to do. You've got thousands of people commenting wonderful things. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on the nice stuff, the good stuff. This guy that has the bad thing to say, forget about it. What is he? What? Forget about him.
Yeah,
he forgot about you 10 seconds after he wrote that comment. And now he's overdoing it to somebody else. Forget about him. Go back to this lovely stuff. Go back to the next people.
Do you remember in your early days where you looked at the phone and you went, oh fuck, what have we created? Or where?
Do you know what I did? Yeah, when I started to blow off something shocking, I didn't know if I had a sort of a responsibility then to keep it going or not.
That's what I asked you earlier on. Do you feel obligated that you have to post?
No.
At the minute now, but back then, did you feel that you had to?
Well, back then, no, because it was my job anyway, and I did it for the fun of it. Now, on the other hand, I still don't feel obligated, but we've moved into the territory of, okay, it's not just TikTok videos anymore. We're across all social media, and we're doing, like, we've sponsors now and everything. I've been picked up by several major companies, and it's legit now. So now I find myself actually wanting to go out and do the big jobs just to get the videos so I can create the content for people, if that makes sense. I don't feel obligated because it's still my day-to-day. But I'm excited when I do get the big jobs. I can go, oh, this is going to be a great one now for Snickers, or this is going to be a great one for Lightcom. You see what I'm saying? And they will, and I can then send that to the boys and say, hey, there's a great video. Throw that up on your social media. You know, like Lightcom here. Lightcom is one of my big sponsors. They're up there in Ballyhonus. They do bring in these Oliver booths. They're Lightcom. They do like beacon lights and floodlights and all sorts of lights for your vans and your yards and whatnot. But they also do these Oliver boots from Australia. Now, I've worn these when I was in Australia. They're the best boot on the market. And when they came to me for sponsorship, I was delighted. I was like, yeah, gimme. So, and they look after me now on boots, and I send them videos, and we do little collabs every time here and there. But they're an incredible boot. Give them a plug. This one again? Yeah. Buy Oliver boots from Lightcom.
Link below.
Yeah, we link them below. But again, I'm doing deals with Snickers now as well. There's like a whole bunch of other companies. I'll release a list of sponsors in the new year. But we've got like a ton of sponsors on board that are kind of, we work together with different videos for different kind of formats type thing.
Who was your first sponsor?
PK, Power Kelly Trailers. He was my first sponsor. Power Kelly. PK Trailers out to far side of Athlone. He's still my sponsor today. He helped
you a trailer, obviously. He gave you a trailer?
He did. When I first started doing the live shows. See, I never needed sponsorship before the live shows.
Yeah.
And the first ever live show I done, a buddy of mine gave me a tractor because he needed 4 new tyres anyway. And I said, you know what, I'll do it at this show, at the Ballymahan Ploughing Championships.
Yeah.
And it went a treat, dude. The amount of people that gathered was like nuts.
I couldn't believe it. As we said, I met you below at street. I have footage of you there. We might put a bit in here now.
Yeah.
Look the part. I've fitted tyres. I've worked in agri-gear and baler, bro, tractor tyres, whatnot. So to me, it's day to day. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
As you said earlier, the only people that have seen it is the people buying the tyres. But I couldn't believe the crowd.
Yeah. When do people ever get to see a man do that? And I was just doing this as a sort of I was asked if I would, and I said, oh, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do? I was like, oh, I didn't even know what to do. And I was like, oh, sure, I'll just change a tractor wheel. I'll get a tractor and whatnot. A friend gave me a tractor. He said, I'll take 4 tyres. I was like, okay, we'll just do it at the show. And I had my own breakdown unit there, and the crowd, I changed 4 tyres in that tractor, and the crowd I couldn't see the back of the crowd. And I'm there going, is this that interesting? And then I did a couple more live shows, and again, every time, the crowds. I was like, wait, why is this so interesting to people? And then I kind of got used to doing the live shows, and then I met you at the street show, which was another huge one.
Yeah.
But by then, this is where Power Kelly comes in. By then, getting the guy that wanted tyres for his tractor every time I wanted to do a show was getting a bit stretched. Like, lads were nearly kind of going, oh, sure, I'll give you the tractor if you give me the 4 tyres, you know. So we decided to build a sort of a mount for holding a tractor rim And then I could just take the one wheel on and off the whole time. Now, it doesn't have the majesty of a big brand new tractor, but Porrick said, I'll give you a trailer and you can put your big machine up on the trailer and you can just stand on the trailer and do what you do. And I was like, yeah, we'll give it a try. Loved it. So we done videos together. He came on board as a sponsor and he's one of my loyal sponsors ever since. And
Is this only this year?
this started...
When was your live shows?
Started last February, I think.
February 24?
February 25, just this year, yeah.
So it's only really in the last year that the Tyre Warrior has came from TikTok to
into reality.
into like shit. This is actually
mainstream, yeah. Oh yeah, and it's just getting bigger. Like, I mean, I'm getting to a point now where my time is stretched.
I've noticed, because we're on about doing this for 3 months.
Yeah, like I'm leaving here. I'm leaving you now. I'm heading straight to Dublin Airport. I'm heading for Vegas.
You going straight to the airport?
I'm heading straight to Dublin Airport after I leave here. My manager rang me literally a few hours ago. He says, Ciaran, I hope you're ready. I thought we were leaving like tomorrow sometime. No, midnight tonight. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he was like, yeah. I was like, you're joking me. He's like, why? Are you not prepared? I was like, yeah.
You're flying out at midnight?
Yeah. As soon as I leave here,
it's 10 to 9.
I know, that's fine. Sure, we're not too far from Dublin Airport. Oh no, I have to be there for 12. Yeah.
Right.
You don't be there for 12.
Right,
so
okay.
I think it's like 3:20 or something. We're flying out AM. So I'm flying to Vegas now.
Because you said to me yesterday you were going, and I
know. Literally, when I was driving up, he rang me and he scared the bejesus out of me because he told me this. And I was like, you're kidding me. I said, we've got to get Ian. And then,
have you your bags with you?
Yeah, I have everything in the car. I have everything. I'm literally going straight to the after this.
Can I go with you? No.
That's only hop in the boot. Yeah. I got a 20 kg suitcase booked. Will you fit in that?
Might get the boots into it.
So yeah, Vegas. We're going to Vegas for a week. We're going doing what we're calling the Vegas Tyre Garage Tour. Have you been following the Irish Tyre Garage Tour?
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it.
So the Irish Tyre Garage Tour is a sort of a project we kind of worked up because since the Tyre Warrior itself got so big, not so big, since we got the platform, since it's now an actual legit platform, we decided to try and do something for the industry itself.
Yeah.
See if we could do something for the industry itself. So we put the feelers out to see if the tyre garages across the country would want to get involved, and we'll do a sort of a docuseries. And the response was astounding. It was like, yeah, please, yep, please. So we've got like 10 episodes filmed. We've another 20 garages lined up to film, and the first 2 episodes are already out. Now, we're supposed to be launching the next one like now, but we can't because we ran into some trouble with the copyright for the music. We bought music to play during the edit, like play it during it, but it's only legal in so many countries. So a lot of the countries that my videos go out to are silenced. So I had to pull them, and now we're having a company design us our own jingle, our own music theme tune. So the ones we've done already will be redone and reposted, and then we'll start the whole episode again. So we're hoping to do in 2026 like 30 or 40 Irish tyre garages where we just do a docu-series. We give the owners of these tyre garages across the country a sort of a voice, because the Irish tyre industry is a little bit, it's not as prevalent, we'll say, as all of the other trades. I'm trying to just bring it into the light a bit, and I think I'm doing that because it's really going down a treat. Like, people are enjoying the content. They're enjoying like getting to know the tyre industry. And I'm starting this new series as well where I talk about tyre safety and talk about the industry itself, where the tyres come from, where the rubber comes from, how the tyres are made, how to get to where you are, how to get on your car. There's so much in the tyre world that nobody actually knows. Like, whoever thinks about your tyres? I mean, I guarantee you 99% of your viewers here don't even know what brand of tyres are on their cars right now.
I don't even know what brand of tyres on the Jeep.
There you go. Nobody knows. You go into a shop.
And I normally would. I know what's on the car and the shed, but I don't know what's on the Jeep.
You go into a shop and you say, hey, what have you got? They'll say, well, I've one for 50 quid, I've one for 70 quid, I've one for 120. You say, give me the 70 quid one. That's it. So I want to talk about that as well in the series as to why you go for price rather than quality, or is there a certain threshold you'll stop at? There's a lot to it. But where were we on the tour? So the tour itself hits so good. Like, this has never been done before. it hit so good that we've had guys from all over the world email into our email, like you get on the tyrewarrior.com website, our kind of company email saying, when is he coming to Texas? When is he coming to Germany? When is he coming to, like, with France, Canada, like all over Scotland? We're going to do a UK tour as soon as we get back from Vegas. So we're going to try and release them all in tandem. So we're not waiting a year for the Vegas to come out or 2 years for Scotland. We're going to just put them out and give the whole world a chance to say what needs to be said. We're going to do it as sweetly as we can, but that's down to my management team to figure that out. Like, I literally have a management team for this. I do not have the headspace for it. And so
just speaking about management, so this time last year, the Tyre Warrior was you.
Yeah.
Since then, it has progressed into a brand, a company, an identity. So how many people is involved in the Tyre Warrior now?
Full time, I'd say 6.
6?
Yeah, but then we have others like videographers and photographers and stuff like that come in when we need them. Like for the live shows, we have girls that come in and run the tents, and we have lads that come in and do demonstrations as well. So there's lots of people that come in for the bigger events. We bring lads in. So I've got friends in the tyre world that would be happy to come down and knock out a few tyres in front of a crowd of people. And like, for example, so since we've started doing the live shows, obviously they've become an entity onto themselves. So the Tyre Warrior has been made a brand ambassador for the 2026 Ice Expo in Punchestown in Dublin. That's on in May 22, May 23 next year. And so Tyre Warrior has been made a brand ambassador, and they're giving us a big stand. On that stand, we're going to hold the world's first ever tyre fitting championships. We don't even know what we're going to call it yet. We're going to call it like the Tyre Warrior World Championships or the Tyre Fitting World Championships or whatever. And basically we're building this big rig that'll hold a big tractor wheel, and we're going to invite every tyre man in the country, and if they want to come that far, to come and basically take the wheel off the rim, but manually by hand, and then put the wheel back on the rim. And whoever does it in the quickest time gets a massive cash prize. We're doing a big fat cash prize for this one. So that's going to be the world's first ever literal tyre fitting competition. And that's going to be held at Punchestown on May 22 and 23. And there's going to be a big red button. You bang that button, you go and do the job, and then you bang that button again. And whoever has the lowest time on the clock, they walk away with a big fat cash prize. There will be second and third prizes, probably more. I'm hoping to do more. And then we'll do, there's loads of giveaways as well. We'll be giving away like Tyre Warrior t-shirts. My sponsors are putting together packages for us. So whether it's cowboy hats or air fresheners or stickers or whatever, anyone that comes to the stand will have a little goodie bag to go away with. Tyre Bay in Dublin. I don't know if you ever heard of Tyre Bay.
I think I did, yeah.
Tyre Bay is one of the biggest tyre machine companies in Ireland. He's a cool guy who owns that, and he's given us like a truckload of brand new machines to play with, like brand new tractor machines, brand new truck machines, brand new car tyre machines, brand new balancers, brand new compressors. He's bringing us on a whole truckload of stuff to play with, like brand new toys. So on the stand we'll have a Tyre Warrior merchandise stand, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, all that fun stuff. There'll be a bunch of girls in there looking after all that. We'll have the Tyre Warrior models down as well, so they'll be wearing Tyre Warrior apparel for photographs and stuff. We'll have the tyre fitting competition in the very centre. We'll have a couple of machines there as well on display that companies are giving us, so we can demonstrate how wheels come off tractors or trucks, or I think there might be a road crane as well, but I gotta see how big my plot is first. And we'll have a bunch of like professional tyre men there that are going to be demonstrating how to use all these machines. I'll be doing it myself as well. And we'll have a big a mural, like a backdrop, so we can take some photographs and have it really cool. We're really going to put on a show at the Punchestown Racecourse. It's going to be pretty epic.
I can feel the excitement just for you. You're like a child at Christmas.
Dude, it's good, and that's only what we've planned so far. We've got another 4 or 5 months to plan this. This is going to be epic. It's going to be epic. We're going to, like the Ice Expo this year, we're going to make it that we are the stand to be standing at. We're going to, and we've got, like I said, a bunch of sponsors coming on board. All my sponsors are going to be welcome to come down, hang out for the day, try their hand at the competition, whatever. But I'm really hoping, like, out of all the fun stuff, the thing I'm hoping for most is that tyre men from all over the country will actually come and try it. Why not? Come down, send your man. If you own a tyre shop, send your best man. Come down yourself. Bring your whole team.
You're calling lads out.
I am. Bring your whole team. Bring every tyre man in Ireland. Come to the Punchestown Racecourse on May 22 and 23 and get up on our platform and go at it. You can bring your own tyre levers if you want, but I'll have all the tools there. And whoever gets that tyre off the rim and on the rim the quickest walks away with a big fat cash prize. And you know what? Do you know what I'll do? I'll even make a plaque. I'll even get a plaque made. Fastest tyre fitter in Ireland. I will get that made. And you can hang that up behind your office there, so anyone that comes in to buy tyres will see that you have the fastest tyre man in the country. I will have that plaque made. Promise. It's going to be epic.
Are you allowed to enter it?
No, I wanted to, but they told me that I can't, because obviously I'm building it and I'll be playing with it and I'll be practiced. But I will do it as a demonstration.
Do you know?
I will play with it. Yeah.
You could make that very interesting.
Go on.
Very interesting. So at the end, obviously, if you could have 2 of the machines.
Yeah.
So let's say, I don't know, we haven't talked money, but let's say the big fat cash prize, $5,000. I don't know, whatever.
Are you going to put it in the pot?
No. You versus him, double or quits.
Oh, that's interesting.
That would
be very interesting.
Yeah. Double or quits. Does he take the $5,000 or does he take you on for 10?
I like it. I don't say 5 or 10 grand, because I don't know.
No, I was only
big,
pulling that.
But it's
500, whatever.
No, it's going to be bigger than that. It's going to be a fat number. I just don't know what it is. But that's an interesting. I might take that to management.
Yeah.
If they can beat me, they walk away with double. But if they lose, they sacrifice their win.
And it goes to charity.
That's a better idea again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that to management. But you know what? I don't want to. I don't want to say it because I don't want to deter lads from coming down. I honestly God, there's a big fat cash prize for whoever can do that the quickest. We're going to have a button, quickest, big fat cash prize. But there's going to be lots of other good stuff too as well. It's going to be epic. I can't wait. And I don't think we're going to get an opportunity to do that again in 2026. Like, we'll have shows and we'll be going doing that sort of stuff at shows, but not like the Punchestown race, not like the Ice Expo. The Ice Expo is going to be it. It's going to be our, jewel of the crown of our 2026 escapades. I'm going to go to lots of different shows. I'll be at lots of like regional ploughing shows, and I'll be at lots of.
Are you going to the main ploughing?
I'm still thinking about it at the minute. I don't know yet because, like I said, we're stretched as it is, and I'll be traveling the world quite a bit. But I don't think I'd be able to plan an event this big twice or 3 times in the year. So we're putting everything into the Punchestown, into the Ice Expo, to make it the biggest and best and coolest. And like I'll have 2 video crews there. We'll have like photographers, and it'll be epic. Lots of free shit. And but I don't think we'll be able to pick that up and put it down at a different show. It's just too big.
It won't be the same.
No, and you would dilute it as well.
Yeah, you get one shot at it. Go big or go home.
I think I'd be happy. I'm happy doing it for the Ice Expo. It just fits better there for what I'm at. I mean, I'll definitely go to the plough in 2026, but I don't know in what capacity. I mean, I go every year. It's a great show. But like last year, I just went and walked around. I wasn't putting on any exhibitions. I wasn't putting on a show. But even at that, I was wearing a jacket and a hood and sunglasses, and people were still picking me for photographs. I was like, how do people even know? How can they tell? I wasn't wearing any tyre gear. I was wearing normal plain clothes.
I'm just guessing maybe the hair.
And
the beard. Maybe. I don't know.
Like I said, I don't mind it. I wasn't trying to hide. It's just astounding to me that people will still see you and go, that's your man. Yeah, that's your man. It's great. So we'll see anyway. I think 2026 mainly is going to be the Tyre Garage Tours is going to be a big thing. So just another shout out actually. If there's any tyre companies anywhere in Ireland or anywhere in the world for that matter, if you're interested in taking part in the Tyre Garage Tour, hit us up. It's media@tyrewarrior.com. Send us an email, and if we can, we will. like we're doing the tour. It's happening. It's getting savage publicity. So if that's what you're into, give us a shout out. We'll take the camera crew down and we'll do it. I don't care. You could be in Peru. Could be anywhere in the world. Let's go.
Ballyhonus.
Yeah. But like I said, so the 2026, the tour is going to be a big thing. It's going to be incremental throughout the whole year. We're going to be doing lots of shows. That'll have to be announced on the website probably in January, February, where we're going to be. I know there's about 10 already lined up. Obviously, the Ice Expo is going to be the big one. Might end up doing the ploughing. I'm trying to do the Tyre trade show. That's next October. But we haven't reached out yet. We're trying to figure out what we can actually do there. Because it's not so much a show. It's more like a large meeting point for the tyre industry. I'd love to do something there too. So we'll see how that goes. But 2026 is looking to be a very busy year for the Tyre Warrior and my team, my wonderful team.
I was just going to say, you must have a good team behind you.
Oh, stop. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be doing it. This whole trip to Vegas, I didn't plan 1 minute of it.
Do you mind me asking on camera about how you met your manager? Because you didn't plan on having a manager.
Not at all, no. Never planned it at all.
So tell us how you met your manager.
Met him at a pub.
But tell the story. I was baffled. I was just...
I'll tell you what. All right, so I was in having a pint one night in a bar. I won't say what bar. I won't say what bar. And I went outside the front door, and there was a bunch of guys just here, just smoking and drinking. And a bunch of young lads came up this side and went to walk in the door, and the boys was like, "Hey, how are you? Tyre Warrior, how's it going?" And I was like, "How are you boys?" Didn't know who they were. I didn't know who they were. And Bio from this group he goes, "Can I swear?"
Yeah.
He said, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "Oh, nothing, never mind." Like I was like, I didn't tell anybody who I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't the Tyre Warrior.
You were Ciaran that night?
Yeah, I didn't want to tell. Sure, the videos were just videos. I wasn't going around, going.
How long ago was this?
This is a year ago. Yeah, but when are we now? Yeah, it's about this time last year, December last year, and your man kind of got it from me that I wasn't really interested in portraying or displaying or chest thumping. I said, "Oh, nothing really. It's just a joke or whatever." And then that was grand. We're back inside, whatever. Next thing, another bunch of lads came from some other direction. Was, "Hey, Tyre Warrior." I was like, "Oh, what?" And I was like, "Oh, fellas, yeah." And the man was there again. He goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Oh," and he goes, "Who are you?" And I was like, "I'll tell you. We'll go for a smoke. I'll tell you." Because I was like, I didn't want to say it in the middle of the pub. I'm the Tyre Warrior. Ah. So we're outside the door, and there was a whole heap of lads there. And I says, "Come on down here." And there was another pub across the street. And he says, "Come on, we'll go over here. Let's go over here. Have a pint, chat." Walked in the door of this other pub, and
now you had no idea who this man was.
I had no idea who he was. No idea. And he went in the door of this other pub anyway, and we sat down. We literally just sat down, ordered a pint of Guinness, and this other fella come up that knew him, and he says, "Hey, Ricky, what are you doing talking to the Tyre Warrior?" And he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" He says. And I was like, "I'm about to tell you." And so I showed him me TikTok. There was like fucking 400,000 followers and that, and whatever, 150 on Instagram, whatever it was. I showed him the following, and he was like, "You need to come and talk to my brother." I was like, "Who's your brother?" He goes, he makes people like you lots of money. And I was like, "All right, fair enough, yeah." So drank the 2 pints of Guinness, had a great whole chat or whatever. Went across to the other pub, and he pulls this unassuming man out of the back table of the corner of the pub. And he goes, "Hey, Tom, come over here." And he goes, "Do you know this fella?" He goes, "No." He goes, "You're going to." Brought him outside, and we ended up anyway. He told him who I was. We spent the next hour outside the door just talking about stuff, this. I was like, and at the end of the night, I says, "Listen, I'm going to just stay doing what I'm doing. Yeah. But if you think you can make something of it, we'll go with it." And he was like, "Yeah." Within a week, this man had like deals coming to me. Like he wanted me, Tyre Warrior's going to do videos for this and videos for that, and wear this and wear that. And I'm like, what? And next thing was we're heading to America. He was like, "All right, oh no, first thing was, right, Ciaran, we're going to Lama. Yeah, a whole heap of meetings in Lama." lab over in Birmingham. And I was like, okay, right, yeah. This is like, I think it was mid-January or something like that. So like weeks, not even weeks after we met him, he's like, oh, over in a hotel in Birmingham, going to Lama, meeting all these people. Then we came back, next thing was over to Idaho. We were done a deal with Fuel Factor X. You know Fuel Factor X? So I'm only starting to work with Fuel Factor X now, so that was a whole nearly year in the making. So Fuel Factor X is another one of my major sponsors. They make a sort of, it's actually a really cool product. It's a savage product. I don't know why nobody ever heard of it. It's incredible. I've been using it since then, and it's just Fuel Factor X. I'll tell you what it is first, so you can tell me if I'm mad or not. It's a little bottle this size, and you put 4 ounces of this stuff into your fuel tank before you fill up, and it'll get you about 20% extra economy on whatever vehicle you drive. I don't care if it's a tractor or a bus or a car or a chainsaw. It tells you on the bottle how much to put in to whatever amount of diesel or petrol you're using. And I'm not kidding you, between 15 and 20%. I will never go back. I will never own a vehicle for the rest of my life where I'm not using Fuel Factor X. Ever. It's the best stuff ever. And obviously when I did the deal with him out there was it June, I think we went out, we did a week filming out there on the ranch. And they gave me like a sample, like a bunch of bottles to use. I've been using them. Dude, it's just, I couldn't believe it. The amount of money I'm saving on my fuel is ridiculous. And now I feel like I'm trying to sell something here, but
I'm just saying you're either a good salesman or a damn good bullshit.
But sure, I haven't even tried to sell it.
I'm saying I want a bottle.
I've been using this stuff since June, and I will never go back. And it's like a little bottle this size, and it measures it for you and everything. It's like one of those dose, those dosing bottles for Fluke or whatever. You put them on the cow's back, same size type of bottle. You just squeeze the little thing, comes up into the top, and you put in whatever ounce it says on the back of the bottle. So if you're putting like 80 litres, 100 litres, or whatever, or you just squeeze it into the little top, pop it into the tank, and then fill it up. You won't believe how much money you will save on fuel. It will drive you mad. And the boys, this stuff, by the way, while I'm doing the sales pitch, this stuff was invented back in the 60s or something for the rocket ships going to the moon. They wanted to create an additive that burns the fuel hotter and slower. I think that's it. Hotter and slower, so that they use less fuel getting to the moon. And it's that exact stuff that's in this bottle. It just sat on a shelf in NASA for the last, 50, 60 years, because nobody knew how to commercialize it. This company went and basically took that exact product, put it in a tiny bottle, and then started selling it to the public. It's literally stuff that was designed to get rockets to the moon. And nobody ever thought to put it in a bottle and sell it to the farmer. And now you can buy it in a little bottle this size. I think it's a 16-ounce bottle, and I think it'll last you a month or two, depending.
And how much is the bottle?
50 quid. 50 quid for that little bottle, and it'll last you for last me. Well, I do a lot of driving, but it'll last me about a month and a half. The amount of fill-ups I do for that tiny little bottle, and you're saving a ton. But farmers and shit, you can buy it in a 500 litre IBC tank. You can buy it in a 5-gallon drum. You can even buy little tear off paper sachets for a one-time use. It's incredible stuff. I can't actually wait to start working with them, because it's that. I
want to try it. That and green diesel, you'd save a fortune.
No, it is. Yeah, for the farmers in America, they all use it. It's all over America. The Americans and the Canadians are buying this in the 500 IBC tank for their farms. No diesel goes into anything without this stuff in it. Ireland over here, Europe. We're living in the dark ages. I don't even know why they don't just put it in the fuel to begin with. Because it can go in anything. It can go in, like I said, a chainsaw, your lawnmower, my compressor. It can go into anything as long as you put it in the right dosage. As written on the bottle. Anyway, that's that anyway. But Fuel Factor X is a company that I'm excited to go work for. They've got a huge kind of an American, not facade, like a presence in America, which is really cool. I like American companies.
What other sponsors have you that you're pretty excited about?
Well, I don't want to name any yet, because obviously there's
but you have a couple. You have a couple.
Well, at the minute, the ones I'm happy to talk about are obviously Lightcom. They're one of my favourite sponsors now, because first of all, I love the boots, and they're kitting my vans out with all the beacon lights and stuff. So, and it's top quality stuff. I've been approached by literally hundreds of companies, and sometimes I laugh at them. I've been approached by companies, bracelet companies, for me to wear bracelets. I mean, what What a laugh. I've been approached by phone fairly gig companies, like companies that do little trinkets and shit for your phone. I'm like, no. But I've been approached by tons. I just don't bother with them unless it's something that I want or that I use or that I'm excited about. I don't see the point. But obviously PK Trailers is one of my favorites. Like the man, he's got like fucking, I'm gonna say 500 trailers down there. No, he wouldn't have 500. Maybe 300 trailers. Like a full. He does like an I for Williams dealer.
Yeah, I've seen him online.
He does like refurbs as well, and he does LEDs.
Yeah,
full I for Williams stuff. It's savage stuff. Again, we're talking to Snickers at the minute, so this is going to be exciting. And Fuel Factor X is one of my favourites. I can't wait to start working with them. There is a list of more. I just don't know how much I can say about them yet. That's all.
Have you anyone going to sponsor you a set of wheels for all this?
Have I anyone to what?
Sponsor you a set of wheels, Jeeps or vans?
I'm talking to a company now. I don't know how far we are though, but it's not even that. I'll tell you what it was. I was down with the ploughing this year. I went to Toyota, and I told Toyota have a really cool new van on the market in 2026. And I told them straight out. I walked into their tent and I said, "How's it going?" I said, "If I get like hundreds of millions of views online for fitting tires, will you give me a van?" And sure, they laughed at me. He says, "You got some set of balls in you." After talking to them, he says, "Go and get this other girl." I don't try not to mention names, but she thought it was really cool. This girl, I showed her my pages. She thought it was really cool, and she was like, "Well, we can give you like one of these lovely Jeeps to drive around and whatever." I was like, "No, but I want a van. I want the van." So that's going now to the top table to see whether or not they're able to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like a Jeep. The Jeeps are lovely. Those Land Cruisers, jeez, they're savage. There was a Land Cruiser and a Hilux. They're class, dude. They're class. But no good to me. I have Jeeps. I need a van to work in. And then I was like, videos, van, breakdown units. Why not? So we're waiting to see how that goes. I'm really hoping I get a lovely new van out of it. But sure, we'll see. Can't be greedy.
What else lies ahead for you then? See, you have came very far in a year. Less than a year.
Yeah.
10, 11 months.
If you told me this is the way it was going to be a year ago, I would have laughed in your face and bought you a pint.
Where do you want to be this time next year?
I really don't know. I don't plan things. I just
no. I'm not saying where you plan. Where would you like to be?
Where would I like to be?
What's your year's goal?
I want
a new van.
I want to do something. Actually, this idea in my head. I want to do something that I don't even know if it can be done. But if anyone is going to do it, it has to be me. I want to have the tire industry, the tire trade, recognized as a trade, similar to how a carpenter or a plumber or an electrician or a blocklayer or a bricklayer or a roofer, they're all trades. Yeah? Tire fitting is not a trade. It's not recognized as a trade. And I think it has to be. And I'll tell you why. 30 years ago, tire fitting was a different planet. It was a different world. Tires were
throw a tire on that joke there.
One size fits all, more or less. With some nuances. Now, every vehicle on the road has a different size tire.
Yeah.
Different speed rating, different load rating, different tread pattern, different grip, different whether it's snow, whether it's rain, whether it's bitumen, whether it's dirt. Everything has different speeds, everything has different consistencies, there's so much information that a tire fitter now has to know before he can actually be a tire fitter. He has to know how to use the machine safely. He has to know what pressure goes into each one for whatever terrain. He has to know how to track a car, balance wheels. He has to know so much. A tire fitter now has to know as much about his job, his profession, as a carpenter has to know about his, or an electrician has to know about his. And then you go into the world of agricultural vehicles, a whole other world again. Then you go into construction equipment. Then you go into trucks, semi-trucks, different again. Then you go, if you want to go crazy, go into mining, different world completely. But what I'm trying to stress is the amount of information that a tire man has to retain and know offhand just to do his everyday bit of work has grown exponentially over the last 20, 25 years. And the lowly tire man today is still regarded as a throwaway job, when in actual fact it's a very viable career. Like, the pay is good. Like, a lot of guys will say the pay is not good, but this is my retort to that. The tire garages across the country now are shifting. Again, 30 years ago, every tire garage was just a hole in the wall behind a shop or something. There was no such thing as a tire garage front and center out the front of a town, beautiful doors, signs, $10 million euros worth of equipment inside the door, nice place to sit down, TV, coffee machine. That did not exist. That's the way it's moving now. You're like the tire shop now, the ones that are being built today, they are elegant and beautiful and clean and nice. And you could go in, like, ladies can go in their clean clothes and their clean shoes, and they don't have to worry about stepping in a bucket of oil or falling into a pit. That's all gone. That's all gone. And so when guys are coming into the industry to work, I try to explain to tire men across the country that if I want to go and be a tire fitter, I'm going to get the same money to go and work in this beautiful, pristine, brand new built garage with 10 million euros worth of machines inside, as I'm going to get for this one here, with the roof falling off and the back window boarded up and oil stains. I'm going to get the same money to work on both. I'm going to go to work on this one. Anybody's going to go and work on that one. And that's the way it's shifting. So the guys that do that tend to work better, cleaner, better work environment, happier people, and they tend to make more than the fella down here that's always in the cold and the wet. And there's a sort of a dichotomy. And don't ask me the math behind it, but it just seems to be the case. And I try to tell guys that are running garages that if you want to get the best talent, you gotta have the best garage. You gotta work your way up the nice garages. And you see that coming out. The garages come out today. I mean, I could name some, but I don't want to, because I don't know who'd want me to name the garages for them. But I could name 5 garages off the top of my head right now they're like aerospace museums. Like, you'd burst your wheels just so you get to go into them. Phenomenal. Millions of euros worth of machines. Like, your car is safe when it goes into these places. And you get to sit down. There's a coffee machine, TV, table, magazines, whatever. Nice, warm, heated room to sit there and wait. Big windows, you can see your car. This is the way it's going.
As you're saying, I'm picturing places in my head. Like, I know a couple of places that are class to get tires, and then I know other places you're like, is that going to fall off the jack?
Yep, they are, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know. Those are the ones that are going to go out of business if they don't bring this up to like modern standards. Who's going to go into them? They'll have the residual, which is fine. Like the outlads that just want a wheel puncture fix or whatever, they don't want to wait for a queue or whatever. Of course, there's going to be pros and cons. But given the trajectory over the last 30 years, that's the way it's going. You've got to modernise, or you're going to be booted out of the industry.
You're going to be left behind.
And there is some phenomenal garages in this country. Like, I've been around the country at loads of garages, and they are like phenomenal. And you wonder, like, how is this possible for a tire garage? It is. The tire industry in this country for the last 30 years has just turned into something magical.
Cars are changing. Obviously they're going electric or whatever, but they're always going to have tires.
That is true, yeah. Tony Stark's flying car isn't going to happen in the next 50 years, no?
No, I think we're a long way away from that yet.
Yeah, that's true. But that's where I'm at anyhow. That's where I'm at. Like you said, see myself next year. I'd love to do that. I'd love to be able to shine such a bright light on the tire industry that people see it as a career and it's an honourable position. It's not just a throwaway job. It's a career to be proud of. Tires
was always the apprentice's job.
Yeah, that's right.
I would have started my time 21 or 2 years ago now. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
In a garage, obviously in work experience, and I went on to do an apprenticeship as a mechanic and fucking hated it. But my job a lot of the time was fit tires.
Yeah. Do you want to know something now? You wouldn't you wouldn't have the apprentice fit tire now. You wouldn't. Like a tire for an X5 right now is €250.
I know, I had one of them.
You think you're going to give that to an apprentice?
Oh, I ripped a few in my time.
Exactly. You rip one back in your day, it's €30 worth of a tire. Now you rip something from an X5 or a Tiguan. There's tires out there. Those bulletproof tires are like €5,000 each. Can you imagine giving that to an apprentice? I said, don't tear it. Don't tear it. Get away from it now. Get away from it. No way. No way.
I remember when I started driving 20 years ago, 19 years ago, the biggest tyre that we would have, like a 205 40 17.
Yeah.
That was a huge tyre.
I remember
that was a big tyre.
If you had that, you were like a rally driver. You were like the coolest guy in Ireland.
And then an odd lad might land with an 18. 215 30 18.
Yeah, a billionaire from Hollywood. Huh? Even 18. Ooh. Now, a 315 35 21 is common. A 315 35 21 is common now.
Yeah.
Can you credit that? That's nearly the same rim size as a semi truck.
An inch and a half less.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which it has to stop. Like, it can't keep.
Oh no, I can keep going. As long as there's people out there modifying, they will stay going. I don't doubt it for a second. Look at the Americans. The Americans have 22s, 24s. They have 24s on pickup trucks. You know, it is what it is. They literally have 24s on pickup trucks. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of one to show you. They're not. I don't think they're common, but see, our trucks are 22.5. They're 24s up there. Like their semi trucks are 24-inch tires.
Yeah, but they're different tires.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah, they're easy. They're easy to do. And I love it when the Americans comment on my videos when I be doing truck tire, going, "Oh, you need to take it off." I'm like, When I get to America, when I go to Vegas, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna show the difference between the Irish rims and the American. You can kick the American rim off you can kick the tire off a truck in America. Here you got to fight it because we have something here that they don't have, and that's inside the rim. So the profile of the rim, you got the two shoulders, two beads. But in here you go down your well and you go back up. But here, just on the edge, there's a little nub. There's a little nub on the end of it, and then it goes back onto the well. That nub is designed so that the wheel, if you get a blowout, the wheel won't jump across the bead and out onto the road. It's designed so that if you get a blowout and the tire shreds, the tire will work its way off the inside and it'll go under the truck and wrap itself there rather than go out and hit a car. The Americans don't have that. So you can let the air over it and give it a kick and it'll just go boop, it'll pop off the end and then the second bead will pop off. European rims have the little nook there. Anything from a 315 has a little nook to stop the wheel going that way. So you can't actually... You can do it, you can get it off, but it's a serious struggle and you'll probably rip the bead on one end trying to force it over. So it has to come off on the inside. So when they see us taking the rim off and then breaking it off, they're like, "Oh, could you not do it on the truck?" You're like, if only you knew. If only you knew.
So, next year, you have the ice. What's the next biggest event? What's the next? What are you looking forward to after the Ice Expo?
I'm trying not to. Funny enough, I mean, there's lots of shows, but I'm putting all of my concentration and that of my team into the Ice Expo. I want it to be incredible. So
nothing else matters next year.
Yeah, I'll do shows. I'll do tires. I'll do demonstrations. I'll lots of different shows because I do draw a crowd to I like doing some of the regional shows for support. It's great to have a local man doing whatever at the show. It does create a lot of buzz and stuff like that, which is cool. Like, I mean, I'm honoured. I'm honoured that these people want me there, and it's nothing more than another day's work for me. Like, it's still a day's work to get in and start fitting tires.
It is, yeah.
But I'm honoured when they call me up and ask me. I am honoured. I'm like, wow, yeah, you want me? Cool, why not? Cool, I'll see what I can do. But as far as the big shows, being asked to be an ambassador for the Ice Expo, that's incredible. I mean, that's one of the biggest ones in Ireland, and they want me there as a sort of I won't say centre, but I'm definitely going to be one of the major stands because they literally told me, look, free rein, do what you do. They said, do what you do. And I'm like, I'll do what I do. I'll do what I do.
So you're bringing cranes, tractors.
I don't until I don't want to say crane. I'm bringing tractors. I'm going to bring trucks. I'm going to put up this. I'm going to do all that. The crane though is a bit huge.
You get a little crane.
Yeah, well,
It's still a crane. It doesn't have to be a big crane.
There's no majesty. You know those big 100-ton road cranes. I want one of those.
Well, that's a.
Yeah, have a sit up with the arm up in the sky. There's a big hook coming out of it, and I'd be under there changing the tire because those are split ribs. Yeah, those are massive. Those yokes hold what 190 psi. Those are nuts.
190.
190, and there's what 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 16 wheels on them. They are huge. Have you ever stood beside one? Have you ever stood beside one? You've drove one. They're nuts. They're not. I don't know. Aren't humans incredible that they could build something like that?
Are they incredible or mad?
It's got to be incredible. I think human beings are fascinating. Like humans are everything you see in the world was made by humans, apart from the trees and stuff, obviously. But like everything man-made, wow. That's mind-blowing. Especially when you see stuff as intricate as that. Like I do be doing those tires on those rubber ducks for the railway lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not just ordinary rubber ducks. They're like specifically built for the railway network. And like I do a lot of work on those. And just the mechanisms for pulling the wheels down underneath to put them up on the tracks. If you ever stood there and studied that, and where the metal is reinforced to hold a certain part or a certain weight and to hold the wheels in so they don't spread. Just the engineering gone into that alone is just mind blowing.
I worked for Dixon and Longwood back in the day, and we used to do the hedge cutting on the railways with 8210s.
Oh yeah.
And the rail wheels on the 8210s, and they used to go down. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he had Hydrema dumpers at the time, like little 9-ton dumpers with the cab with the rail wheels. He had Land Rovers with the rail wheels. Pretty cool, like when you speak of engineering, but like
exactly. Speaking of engineering, so I'm a lowly tire man. I keep tires on things. There's another man that does hydraulics, keeps hydraulics going. There's another man that does lighting. There's a man for everything. Yeah. Now I'm saying man, I mean men and women, of course. It's 2025 and there's as many women now doing this sort of stuff as there is men. Now that the political correctness is out of the way, the point I'm making is we're all doing our own little tiny piece to keep the wheels on the bus turning, and we're all doing it together. And I think of that often.
We're all a little cog in the gearbox.
Exactly, and like I know nothing about hydraulics. I know nothing about certain. But the hydraulic man knows nothing about changing a tire on a 400-ton earth mover. And it's just astounding to me that we all play our own little tiny part to keep the world kind of ticking over and doing what it does. And sometimes we have a little breakthrough and we go a step further, and then we'll continue that on until we have another breakthrough. And it's just, to me, that's just mind-blowing to me. We are phenomenal creatures. Hooray for humanity.
But the sad thing about it is one man doesn't appreciate the other. And I'm not going to say everyone, but like, that we'll use the hydraulic man doesn't appreciate the tyre man. You know what I mean? It's all...
Could be just a way of coping. Like, maybe we all like to feel like we're important enough that what we do is the only thing that matters. But I think we have a silent sense of camaraderie. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
I know I couldn't do what I do without my team, and that's just videos and stuff. And I know I couldn't do the tire stuff without you doing what you do or he doing what he do. Like the farmer can't do what he does without the milkman or without the.
Oh, we're all
doing, and just I think of that all the time. When I see a guy doing something, I think how is what he's doing helping me do what I do? And if you sit there for 10 seconds, you'll figure it out. I mean, the net is there; you can see it, but you just have to look for it. The man fixing the road, There
was a great one just when the way you said that. There was a video I seen on TikTok. I'm hoping it wasn't true, but about a woman giving out about farmers protesting and blocking the roads, and your man does videos. But you need the farmers, your milk and your food, your bread. No, I don't. I get it in Tesco.
No way. I didn't see that now, but that's.
It's not today I asked it. It's a while.
I think that has to be either has to be satire or that person is an outlier. I think there's no way that's real. I believe the video was real. I believe that happened. I believe you've seen it, but I don't believe that there's enough people in the world that believe that sort of muck to think that they don't need a farmer because they get their milk
from Tesco.
Yeah, that can't.
But there's people out there that think they're saving the world. Okay, let's open a big can of worms. Vegans think they're saving the world by eating avocados.
Well, John Dutton said it the best, didn't he?
Who?
John Dutton.
John Dutton.
Ah, come on. Yellowstone?
No.
You never watch Yellowstone?
No.
You never watch Yellowstone?
Wouldn't have time.
You never watch Yellowstone?
No.
I don't watch TV. I made time to watch Yellowstone. I didn't have a TV.
I'll turn it on now.
Yeah, John Dutton, he just said, do you know what, I'm not going to say it. You can Google it. He said everything in the field, whatever, when you eat your tofu and whatnot, he says everything in that field is killed. Everything above the field and below the field is annihilated. And he says, the only problem with you is, he was talking to a vegan girl, he says, you just have to figure out what animal is cute enough to save. I thought that was great.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. He's cute. Because you can save a cute little cow. Baby cows. But if it's a cricket or a vole or a mouse or a rabbit or whatever, is that cute enough to say? No. Exterminate all that, grow my tofu. Like, I don't care. Like I said, but here, do you want to know my take on the whole veganism thing? This is quite interesting, actually. You might appreciate it. We need them. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with them. But we need them. Because what they do is they hold power to account by accident. Don't even know they're doing it. Let's say vegans weren't a thing or whatever. Let's say they'd never existed and they didn't care. And they said it was grand. That would give, we'll say, we call us carnivores or omnivores. That would give meat eaters free rein to do whatever we want. And you've seen videos back in the 90s and 80s of the cruelty that some animals had to go through. I mean, it was stomach churning, some of the stuff that animals had to go through. It was people like them that had that stopped.
Mm.
And they're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable and what isn't. Yeah, we laugh at them, we joke about them, we think they're nutcases, but what they're doing is they're slowly pushing against the edges. Like, for example, right now you go into any Irish farm and the cattle are in almost heated sheds with lime down and mats and their own little cubicle. If it wasn't for those type of people, that would never have happened. They'd still be lying on a cold concrete floor. Yeah, so it's from them constantly just softly pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable that we appease them and say, okay, fine, we'll do this little thing then to shut you up, and then the animals get a little bit better standard of living, and then they press a bit more. You get a bit, so it kind of, now the thing that annoys me is now that we're talking about culling all this herd of cattle in Ireland that are essentially mollycoddled. We're going to kill them. Let's not say cull, because they're killing them. They're going to kill them off. Mm-hmm. And they're going to start buying cattle from Brazil and stuff. Now, I don't want to get into politics, but I've seen how with my own 2 eyeballs, I have seen how cattle are treated in Brazil. I've seen it with my own eyes. And not to get myself in trouble or anything, but my God, how it's like, now our government want us to kill off our cows that are minded and petted, and they all have names, for God's sake, and we're going to buy from farmers in Brazil. Like I said, again, I only know a certain amount of it. I don't know. I'm going to get myself in trouble now, but I've seen how cattle are treated down there. I'm like, there's no way this is real. There's no way this dichotomy is real. But anyway, you're vegans. They might annoy us, but we need them. We need them to keep pressing at us and saying, stop doing that, stop doing that.
As I said, we're all a little cog in the big gearbox.
There you go. Like, there you go, full circle.
Yeah.
We need them. Now, how should we close this up? What else would you like to know?
What else do you wanna?
I don't know.
I'm gonna. You must have been good at school.
I loved school.
You were good at English.
Well, was I? I don't even know. I don't know.
You're articulate.
Oh, that came after.
Did it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think I was this smart in school. I don't think I was this articulate, like you said, in school. When I went travelling first, nobody could understand a word I said.
Because you use big words?
No, because I spoke in a thick country Irish accent and nobody could understand me. When I was in Australia, the Aussies would look at me as if they were like I had 10 heads.
What did Tommy Tiernan call people? Like, a big, thick, agricultural fuck. I fucking love Tommy Tiernan.
I actually had to, when I was living in Australia, I actually had this to knowingly stop and think about the words I was saying and then slow down and say them with perfect grammar and diction. I had to do that. And by the time I finished in Australia, I was nearly acting as a translator for other Irish lads that were just coming in. And it's funny, when I talk to you, you and me will just rattle off each other, and I don't even know what this is going to sound like. But if I'm talking to an American, Australian, an Englishman, anyone who's not Irish, especially with a thick accent like yours, I will be very slow and very clear about everything I say, and I'll be conscious of what I'm saying. So I see what you're saying, yeah.
Did you ever speak to anyone from West Cork?
Yeah. Well, they sing, don't they?
We used to deliver to a place down there, and there was an old lad, and God love him, he would do anything for you.
Aye.
But every time I went in, I might be down once every 2 or 3 weeks. Full blown conversation. And there was actually one morning I felt bad. And he's put my hand on his shoulder. He said, Larry, I have no clue what you're saying.
Yeah, there's going to be comments on this saying the very same thing. They're going to say the same thing. Sorry.
But he looks at me and he says, oh, sure. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't know what he said, but yeah. I
have a chest infection.
That's all right.
I got a girl put a spell on me in Mullingar the other day.
Right?
Yeah.
He obviously deserved it.
Well, what happened? I went in to get a coffee and a box of smokes before work, and I was paying for my coffee. And I said, "Oh, I'll get a box of smokes off you as well." And this exotic European beauty behind, she says, "Stop smoking." And within an hour, I had a chest infection and I couldn't smoke a fag for 2 days. So I went back to her. I was in there this morning and I said to her, "You put a spell on me." I said, "I'd like it removed, please." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can't smoke now. You did something with your Eastern European magic." And she says, "Say thank you." And I was like, "I'd like my free will." So I don't have it back yet, but maybe tomorrow.
A few hot whiskies tonight will cure you.
Yeah, true.
I don't think we have. I think we're fairly.
Well, it's like this. If there's anything else that we failed to mention, there's always a comment section.
Engage, enrage to engage.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one before? No.
I was going to say, I just don't even know what that means.
It's a controversial thing on social media where you say something on social media to get people to enrage people so they engage with you.
Yeah, controversy sort of. Yeah, that does really get people engaged. But I mean, there's only so much of that you can deal with it too, isn't it? I don't know.
It's like the women in haulage videos that I put up certain.
I watched a bunch of them.
But I put up the clips on TikTok, and there's one where Katie Byrne, she drives for, I think it was Leash Scaffolding, said like, women are out here and we're doing it every bit, if not better than men. And I just put that one sentence up on TikTok.
That's enough. You're after
and the
creating,
next thing, boom!
Yeah, you create a divide. I mean, listen,
it works.
Engagement, get in there.
Yeah.
But as soon as you pit one against the other, dude, you're going to have massive. You're going to have all the women saying men this, men that, men going, women this, women that. I don't like. I do an awful lot of videos with girls, like you've seen.
Yeah.
And I try not to bring the sex thing into it. It's just a. Yeah, right, cool. It's cool as fuck. It's a girl changing a tire that's 4 times her size. But the comments to be golden. Like, just go on my page and look at. I did it with a bunch of girls in America, and the comments to be golden. The comments to be savage. Just read them. It's comical. Put away Lee Evans and Tommy Tiernan for the night. Just go and read Ciaran's comment section on TikTok.
Who's Ciaran?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. That's my alter ego.
You actually got me from this. Oh yeah.
Yeah, let it off. Like I said, I never really see it. Like, I mean, I try to boost men and women,
Yeah.
and I really don't see. I don't know. Do I even see a difference? I'm not really on the market for a woman, if that makes sense. Like, I'm single, and I've always been single, and I've never really wanted anything other than that. So maybe I just see people differently. Maybe I'm a bit odd. Tell me I'm not odd. Please tell me I'm not
you
odd.
just want an easy life.
Yeah, well, like I'm happy. I get to travel. I get to do whatever I want. I know it's selfish. It is selfish. Because, do I not owe it to my ancestors to have a bunch of kids? I don't know.
But you can yet, like, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, probably.
I had this conversation with a person, a lassie, only the other day. Feeling a bit down in the dumps with stuff, and she's like, oh, people my age have this, that, and the other. And I said, there you go. I says, you're sitting watching social media thinking they have something, so you should have something. Like, that's.
Yeah.
Don't live your life like, just do what you fucking do.
That's good advice.
No, don't ever take advice from me.
No,
but you know what
it.
I'm saying? Like, like, I look at my friends, like, a lot of married kids, houses bought. Like, I have a kid, yeah, brilliant, love him. But I'm not married. Don't have a house bought. Not yet, but.
Yeah. Well, we're millennials, so we kind of got screwed.
Have we another? How long have we got to talk about that?
No, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
No,
let's not.
no.
You'll get me cancelled. I'll be cancelled.
I think we'll wrap it up at that, and the very best of luck to you.
Well, thanks a million.
Yeah.
You'll have me back on eventually.
I'd love to have you back this day next year. I'd love to see where you are in a year's time.
That's a good deal, and you can do a little kind of flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard you saying you want to do a series like this.
Yeah, I do.
I'm really interested to see who comes on.
3 people you'd recommend.
Owen Reardon. You know Owen Reardon?
Yeah.
Katie Larkin.
Yes, Katie's on my list.
Sophie Bell.
Yeah.
Those 3 people. I'd love to hear those stories.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, tag. Owen Reardon, Sophie Bell, Katie Larkin.
Best luck to you.
Thanks a million. It's been a pleasure.